In a quiet village nestled between vast forests and towering mountains, a young boy lived with his wise grandfather. One evening, as the golden hues of the sunset painted the sky, the boy sat beside his grandfather, listening intently. The old man's voice was gentle but firm as he spoke. Inside every person, there are two wolves constantly battling. The boy's eyes widened with curiosity. "Two wolves?" he asked. "Yes," the grandfather continued. "One wolf is kind and gentle. It brings love, hope, and peace. The other is dark, full of anger, greed, and hatred. These wolves fight within you every day." The boy pondered for a moment before asking, "Which wolf wins, grandfather?" The old man smiled and placed a gentle hand on the boy's shoulder. "The one you feed." That night, as the boy lay in bed, the words echoed in his mind. He wondered, how could he tell which wolf he was feeding? The next morning he would begin to learn. His first test came when his little sister snatched his wooden toy and ran away laughing. Anger surged within him, and for a moment he wanted to yell. But then he remembered his grandfather's words. Instead of giving in to anger, he took a deep breath and chose kindness, letting her play with the toy. He had fed the good wolf. Days passed and new challenges arose. At the marketplace, hunger gnawed at his belly as he stared at a fresh apple resting on a vendor's stall. No one was watching. He could take it and no one would know. But he chose honesty, offering to help the vendor in exchange for food. The good wolf grew stronger. One day, his best friend broke a promise. The boy felt betrayed, his fist tightening with frustration. He had a choice: hold on to resentment or forgive. He took a deep breath and said, "I forgive you." His heart felt lighter. More trials followed. When a group of boys dared him to enter a dark cave, fear gripped him, whispering doubts into his mind. He hesitated, but stepped forward, realizing that courage was not the absence of fear, but the strength to move despite it. Jealousy tested him when a village boy received a beautiful new drum. A part of him wished it was his. But instead of letting envy take over, he found joy in what he had: his family, his flute, his own talents. Gratitude quieted the bad wolf. Compassion found him when a weary traveler arrived in the village, weak with hunger. The boy had only one piece of bread. He could keep it or share. Looking into the man's tired eyes, he chose kindness, offering his meal. The traveler's gratitude warmed his heart. Even simple choices mattered. When the village children gossiped, he resisted the urge to join, choosing truth over cruelty. When his mother needed help with chores, he fought off laziness and lent a hand, realizing that hard work, though tiring, brought happiness. His journey was not always easy. On a stormy night, fear crept in as the winds howled outside. But instead of feeding his worries, he told his little sister a story, filling the room with warmth and love. As the boy grew, he saw the effects of his choices. Each decision shaped the wolf within him. With every act of kindness, courage, and honesty, the good wolf grew stronger and the bad wolf faded. Years later, he sat by a fire, now a young man, sharing the same story with another child. The cycle continued, wisdom passing from one generation to the next. He smiled, knowing he had fed the right wolf.